Hello and welcome to another video. This is my Truth About Parenting video that I'm doing today, and it's going to be about sporting skills that kids should learn. And I've just written down some bits to help create this video. So what do I mean? So things like cleaning your car, how to put on laundry, how to fix a light bulb, cookery. All that should be taught to kids from an early age, because the more they get used to these type of skills, the more independent they can become. And I was getting to a stage, and I'm going to start that again, where I'm going to have Henry make his own sandwich, because I think it's important to have those type of skills, so he knows where things are kept, how to safely cook a meal without injury, when not to touch, how to cook food in the oven, so baking. It should be all part of their learning, and should be, and this is not to put on pressure, but for me as a mum, teaching Henry to, because we've got a rule now, because he was getting so much out in one go. I made a thing now where he can only have 2 items at a time out, and he must tidy 1 away. So no more than 2 items, and it's worked so far, and it helps them to see that before they go into another activity, you have to tidy up the first game that you're playing, so then you can concentrate on something else. And this has really helped with Henry's ADHD, because he does lose concentration after a while. But he can't have he can't be playing more than 2 things at once. So so that's a rule that I've set, because he's not gonna, he wants to play with his trains. When the trains get put away, he wants to play with Play-Doh, and that's put away. So I have things that are easy to reach, but make it a rule that they can, if you've got 3 or 4 kids, obviously it can be tricky, but 2 items at a time, perfect. Because then it keeps your home tidy, and get them to do dusting and window cleaning, and putting clothes in the laundry basket. Just simple skills that's going to help them when they have their own place one day. And I do think it's also good to teach maths in terms of money, about loans, about mortgages, because I had no learning of those items. For ages I didn't know what a mortgage was. I had no idea what a mortgage was. And then it was, I was made understand what that was, but it's simple skills that can help them develop, observation, listening, effective communicating, sharing, being kind. All those should be within a good practice of everyday learning for kids. And the more they get used to tidying their stuff away as well as playing, the more they will value things. And there's a lot of kids out there that don't have things that Henry has. Like, he has dinosaurs, he's got helicopters, not a real helicopter, I have toys, but and so it's important that he understands that these toys are to be looked after, because he was in a stage of chucking things around, and I'm like, no, don't chuck your toys, Henry, because if they break, that's it, they're gone. And he's really set home now, and he's very, very, very grounded little boy now, and I'm glad we've been teaching him that. Same with getting dressed. He always, once he's finished eating, he'll take his plate to the sink, and I will get him to wash up at some point, because I used to love washing up as a kid. I love playing with all the bowls and the plates and everything. I was for ages, in the sink. So, get kids, obviously be careful of sharp knives, However, that only you clean those. Okay, but if they wanted to teach him safely how to clean a knife, for example, that you use for cooking, obviously not other ways of using the knife, but for cooking, how to clean after you've eaten. And I'm glad we've installed those skills into him, because it's going to benefit him so much, that it's going to makes life easy, and it takes the stress away from you as a parent. So getting cleaning your car, to earn pocket money. Have them do their own shopping list and have their own budget of how much they can spend going to the supermarket. And it's just simple skills like that, and have them hand over the cash. Of course, if it's bank card, then obviously they need to look after. And there's another thing, teaching about using the difference between buying items on a credit card to buying items by cash. And so it's things like that are very, very important. So and I really hope that you're finding these videos helpful. I would like feedback on what things you would like me to talk about in terms of my Truth About Parenting videos. So you can leave a comment below. And I write a blog called everyonecanbuildacastle.com, and I now have 150 followers. No lie, and I can't believe it. So I want to say thank you for that, because it means a lot to me, and it means that you're liking what I'm putting out there, which is so important. So anyway, I hope you found that helpful, and let me just check my notes that I've written. Yeah, so it is an exercise and fitness is another one. Get them running around. When I would take him to school, obviously he gets a cab now to from school because of the distance, because of cost of travel. I was, when I was getting there early, getting him to run up and down, and and that's a good way of being exercise. Have some kids, some cones, a football, some skipping ropes, so they can play in the park and have a couple of things to play whilst they're out. Because outdoors is so good for kids and for yourself. And I used to love it as a kid, as family, going out driving into London and going for a walk or one of the national parks, and I still do that now. So it's just simple everyday things that can value their life. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.